everyone, welcome back. Tonight I'm going to be showing you how to seal a special drill diamond painting with clear transparent sealant. Now this is my cute little kitty notebook that I have just finished, and it took me a couple of hours, and there's lots of pretty special drills on here. And I obviously want to seal this because it's going to be handled quite a bit, and now if you're handling something with drills on it, it's obviously eventually going to start falling off or coming off, you know, just by handling it, right? So I'm going to be using Elmer's clear glue. You can also use Tombo's aqua glue. Now that would be probably the #1 choice to use, but in case you do not have access to Tombo's aqua glue, Elmer's is apparently the next best thing. Now if you use Mod Podge to seal your special drill diamond paintings, it actually dulls the drills and it doesn't make them as sparkly as it should be. So using the clear transparent glue is supposed to help keep that shine. So this is actually the first time I've ever done this, so I'm kind of on a learning curve here. So what I'm going to do is I will seal it, and then I will wait I don't know, about 24 hours, and then I will re-video and show you what it looks like. See, already I have a drill that is peeling off, so definitely we're going to want to seal this because I would like to keep this as pretty as possible. So what I have done is I have gone all over the notepad to make sure I don't have any fur or anything stuck in between, because there is a little bit of adhesive in between, because I've got 3 little fur balls running around here, hence the kitty, and their hair tends to end up on everything, so I like to make sure that there is nothing, whoops, I just lost the drill, that there's no hair or anything on here. Now where did that drill come from? That's what I would like to know. I don't see anywhere where it would have come from. Okay, we're good. So what I've got, I've got my Elmer's clear glue, and then I'm going to be using one of these foam padded brushes. Reason being, like I've heard people say that they use their fingers to get up on in there, but I actually don't mind the application of the foam brushes. They seem to do a pretty good job. Then I've also got my tray. Obviously I'm going to dump the glue into the tray and then just dip the brush in there. And then what I've also done is I've taken some washi tape and I have covered the edge of the book here to make sure that the glue doesn't go anywhere further past the front of the book. And then what I've also done, just as an extra precaution, because I tend to be accident prone sometimes, I've taken some plastic bag and I've taped it around the edges and the inside part of the book just to make sure that no glue gets in there, because you know, just for the life of me, I don't know how I do it, but I just tend to get things everywhere sometimes. So, better safe than sorry, right? So, I guess I will get right down to it. So I'm going to take my tray and dump a bunch of glue in there. And I'm not really too sure how much to use. I mean, I've watched a couple videos, but I mean, there's not too many videos out there that specifically use Elmer's glue, and the ones that have didn't really give me as much of the information that I wanted to get. So again, I'm just going to kind of wing it here and see what I can do. So we've got our glue poured out, and I'm just going to go ahead and dab it in there. Now I've seen people seal their round and square diamond paintings with Elmer's glue, but I haven't seen anybody seal the special drill paintings with Elmer's glue. But again, I've heard many people say that the Elmer's glue is the best to use, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So, I mean, with the brush here, you just want to make sure that you get all up in between the drills. So I'm probably going to need a lot more glue than what I've got down here. So I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze a whole bunch in there. I guess I'll put that right there. And that's quite a bit. I'm going to kind of dab it on there first, and then I'm going to spread it around just to make sure that it does get all up in there. Now, so far what I'm noticing compared to the Mod Podge is that it is pretty shiny right now, so I'm liking that so far. Mind you though, the Mod Podge, it kind of goes on white and then dries clear, so that's, I kind of like the fact that I can see it's all clear, so I don't really have to guess what I'm doing. So yeah, this is going to be so cool. Now, I've heard a few people say that they've had issues with the Elmer's clear glue cracking a little bit. I mean, it could be due to the environment that it's in. I'm not really too sure what happens, but I'm just going to go ahead and see what's going to happen here. I mean, like I said, this is a learning curve for me, so it's kind of new. But so far, I'm liking what I see. So I don't want it to get too far along the edges, so I just want to make sure it's not dripping down there. It's looking so good so far. I think one drawback to doing this with the clear glue is you also cannot see really too well where you ended off, so I might be ending up putting a little bit of a double layer on some spots here. Oh yeah, definitely going to need lots more glue. Now, I've heard people say that they pour it right on their diamond painting. I mean, since this is the first time for me, I'm just going to kind of use the brush to make sure that I don't use too much, because this is something I haven't done before. I've always used Mod Podge for all my paintings, but then again, I don't have very many diamond paintings that I've done with special drills. I mean, I've done keychains, and I have sealed them with Mod Podge, but it really did take the shine out of it. So if this works as well as I hope it does, I am definitely, for any future keychains, I will be using the clear Elmer's glue. Now, when I used the Mod Podge on the keychains, what was recommended to do is kind of wipe off the top of the special drills with a wet cloth. And it does kind of work to not dull the whole top of the drills, but I mean, it still does kind of take away a little bit of it, so I'm not a huge fan of using the Mod Podge. That's why I'm using the Elmer's glue here. For future sealing, I'm probably going to look into getting some Tombo's aqua glue, because I've heard that stuff works really, really, really well for situations like these. Let me see here. Make sure I don't miss anything. I also don't want to glob it on too much in certain areas, because I mean, even though it does dry clear, it'll probably kind of show that you've got a little bit extra in one spot or another. So what I'm going to do now that I think I've got pretty much all of it, I'm just going to kind of go in a bit of a grid pattern here just to make sure that I actually did get every single part here. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out. So I'm actually, I was a little nervous about doing this at first, but seeing the results so far, I've kind of not as nervous as I was before. Okay, so now that I've dabbed it on, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a brush now, just kind of kind of take off a little bit of the excess on the surface of the top of the drills there. I mean, there's still a bunch of glue on the in between it, so that seems to be okay. I think that's about it. Just lift that up and double check. Whoops. Good idea picking it up and looking, kind of checking it in the light, because I am seeing a few spots that look like I missed a little bit. So I'm going to pour a little bit more glue and then go over those spots. My cat is going absolutely bonkers in the background, chasing Lord knows what. He is a psycho little kitten, and he's awesome. I'm sure if you've seen my other videos, he likes to watch me diamond paint, and it is the cutest thing ever, because he is an absolute psycho, and I don't understand. Like, he's a kitten. I understand that kittens have energy, but I swear to God, this cat has like 1,000 times more energy than normal kittens, and I just don't know where he gets it from. So when I do lift him up to watch me diamond painting, because if I don't lift him up, he's just going to try and jump up and destroy everything that's on the desk. He'll actually sit there for hours and watch, well, maybe not hours, but the longest he sat there was about an hour, and just watching me diamond paint the whole time, and it was just the cutest little thing. It like calmed the little beast. I don't understand what it did, but it was just so cute. Alright, so I think that's about it. So you can see we got a good layer on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let this dry. I don't know, maybe about 24 hours, maybe overnight. I'm not really sure how long it takes for this to dry, but when I go to record the next half of this video, I will let you know. Alright, so I will be back shortly. Happy diamond painting, folks. Okay, so it's been about 15 hours of drying time, and I am actually very pleased with how it's turned out. I seem to have gotten a really good sized layer on here. It's beautiful and shiny. This is actually the shiniest I've had any of my diamond paintings turn out, so definitely going to be using the Elmer's clear glue for any future diamond paintings. I'm definitely going to try this on one of my regular, either my round or my square drill canvases, and see how that turns out. But I mean, that is just beautiful. Look at that shine. Now, the only thing I have noticed that I wasn't a huge fan of, I don't know if you can see that up there, but right in along here, you can kind of see where the glue has dried. Now, I actually had my tape right in around here, and I wasn't a huge fan of how the glue came out to about here. So I think next time if I do a notebook, I'm going to put the tape a little closer to the drills, because I actually ended up cutting just a teeny bit of glue off and pushing it in towards the drills. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So I definitely recommend using the Elmer's clear glue for doing your special drill projects with. I am going to try and get some Tombo's glue, aqua glue, and do another video with that, hopefully in the near future. But for the time being, absolutely, I recommend using the Elmer's clear glue. Alright, so thank you for watching my video, and as always, happy diamond painting, folks.